Black teen, help disabled woman, has no idea who he's approaching. He thought he was just helping an old woman trapped in the storm. But when Malik carried her through the rain, he didn't know he was walking straight into the past that destroyed his family. A millionaire running toward them. A name that freezes everyone. A truth buried for years. One act of kindness will expose everything. Before we dive in, let us know in the comments what time is it and where are you watching from. Let's start. The rain hit the pavement so hard it sounded like thousands of tiny fists slapping the ground. Cars rushed by without slowing, people hurried under umbrellas, and no one cared about anything except staying dry. But Malik stood at the bus stop soaked to the bone, shirt clinging to his chest, breath fogging from the cold. He had just finished his shift at the cafe, exhausted, hungry, and counting coins in his pocket to make sure he had enough for the bus ride home. Then he heard it, a sharp, painful gasp, and the thud of a body hitting wet concrete. He turned. An elderly woman lay twisted on the ground near the curb, her gray hair plastered to her face, her yellow sweater drenched, her leg bent wrong. "Ma'am?" Malik ran to her without thinking. Her voice trembled. "My leg, it's my leg again. I can't stand." He crouched beside her. "Did you slip?" "Yes, because of this damn rain," she whispered, wincing. "My leg was injured years ago, hit and run. I never fully recovered. I walk slow even on a good day." Her lips quivered. "But today it gave out completely. Let me help you up." She tried gripping his arm, but her leg buckled again. She cried out in pain. People walked around them like they were invisible. "Please," she whispered at strangers, "someone, please, help me." No one stopped. One man glanced at her and said, "Call an ambulance," before hurrying off. "My phone's dead," she muttered, holding it up. Water dripped from the shattered screen. "I can't call my son. I shouldn't have gone out. I thought I'd be fine." Malik didn't think twice. He bent down, positioning himself so she could hold onto his shoulders. "Come on," he said. "I got you. I won't leave you here." Her voice cracked. "Young man, you don't even know me?" "You fell," he replied. "That's enough." She hesitated, as if embarrassed. "I don't want to be a burden." "You're not." When she finally wrapped her arms around his shoulders, he lifted her onto his back. She was lighter than he expected, but the responsibility felt heavier than anything he'd ever carried. Rainwater streamed down his face as he took a deep breath and stepped off the curb into a puddle that swallowed his shoes whole. She clung to him tightly. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." "Stop apologizing. Hold on." He started walking, one foot sinking into cold water, the next slipping on the slick sidewalk. But he kept going. The woman's breath brushed his ear. She was trembling from pain and fear. "My son," she whispered. "He'll be worried sick." "We argued this morning. I told him I could manage myself, that I didn't need constant watching. I stormed out like a fool." Malik adjusted his grip. "Where does he live?" "Not far, but I don't know if I can make it without passing out." "You will," he said firmly. "I'll get you somewhere safe." She rested her cheek on his shoulder. "You're kind, kinder than people I've known for years." "I'm just doing what anyone should do." "Then why did no one stop except you?" He didn't answer. He didn't need to. They reached the streetlight, where cars splashed water onto the sidewalk. Malik stepped carefully, but every step shot pain up his legs. Fatigue from work, from standing 12 hours, from surviving on cheap food and little sleep. "You okay?" she asked, sensing his strain. "Yeah," he said, even though he wasn't. As they crossed the road, a loud engine roared. Malik looked up. A red Rolls-Royce screeched to a halt. The passenger door flew open. A man in a sharp blue suit bolted out, running toward them through the rain. The old woman gasped. Oh no, that's Mom!" the man shouted, panic choking his voice. "Mom!" Malik tightened his grip, ready to shield her if needed. The man's face twisted with fear, anger, confusion, like he thought Malik was kidnapping her. The woman tapped Malik's shoulder. "That's my son. He must have tracked my medical alert device. I didn't think he'd find me so fast." Malik blinked. "That's your son?" Before she could answer, the man reached them, breathless, rain streaming down his face. "What happened? Why are you hurt? Why are you—" He glared at Malik. "Who are you? What are you doing with her?" "Stop!" the woman snapped weakly. "He's helping me." The man froze, jaw clenched. Malik's chest heaved. "She slipped. No one helped, so I did." The millionaire's eyes flicked to Malik's soaked clothes, his trembling arms, the strength it took just to keep holding her. The woman whispered, "He saved me. I couldn't walk." The man swallowed hard. "Give her to me. I'll take her to the hospital." Malik nodded, slowly lowering her into her son's arms. The transition hurt her, and she let out a sharp cry. "Careful," Malik said. "I know," the man snapped, voice cracking with fear. For a moment, they all just stood there under the storm, the drenched stranger, the panicked millionaire, and the injured mother, gripping her son's jacket. "Son," the old woman whispered, "stop looking at him like that. He didn't hurt me. He helped me when everyone else ignored me." The man inhaled sharply, trying to compose himself. Malik turned to walk away. "Wait," the woman called. "Young man, what's your name?" He hesitated. Rain pelted his back. "Malik," he said quietly. "Malik Turner." The woman's eyes widened. The millionaire froze completely. "Turner?" he whispered. "Your father, wasn't he the man accused of—" Malik didn't let him finish. "Yeah," he said coldly. "That was him." The woman's breath caught. The millionaire stared, stunned, speechless. Malik lowered his gaze. "Look, I just helped her. That's all. I'm not asking for anything." Malik turned away, the rain swallowing him as he walked. He didn't want pity. He didn't want apologies. He didn't want anything from a man who once sat in a courtroom and said the words that destroyed his family. But behind him, the old woman whispered shakily, "Turner, oh God, Robert, Turner, that was the name, from that accident." Her son froze mid-step, still holding her. "Mom," he murmured, voice tight, "don't, not here." She looked at him, eyes filled with something deeper than pain, recognition, guilt, horror. "Robert Turner was innocent," she whispered. "I said it at the time. I told you I didn't see his car. I told you the driver who hit me was drunk, swerving, speeding. Mom, please." But she didn't stop. "You told the court you might have seen Robert near the street. That was enough for them to ruin him. You did that." Malik stopped walking. His fists tightened. He didn't turn around, but he didn't move either. The old woman clutched her son's jacket. "You swore you were telling the truth, but you only did it because that other man, the one with money, he pressured you. He didn't want his son blamed." The millionaire shut his eyes hard. Rain slid down his face, mixing with something else. Regret. "Mom, I was young. I was stupid. I thought I was doing the right thing." "You destroyed a family," she said. "And now that boy just saved me. The son of the man you helped in prison carried me through the rain while strangers ignored me." Her voice cracked. "He showed more humanity than we did." Malik exhaled slowly, shoulders trembling. He didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to relive it. But he couldn't walk away. He turned around. The millionaire stared at him like he was looking at a ghost. "Malik, wait. Please." Malik's jaw clenched. "What? You going to tell me my father deserved it? That your words didn't matter?" The man shook his head helplessly. "I never said he was guilty. I only said I might have seen him near the street. I didn't know." "You did know," Malik snapped. "Your testimony tipped the scales. They needed a villain, and you gave them one." The old woman reached toward Malik, fingers shaking. "Young man, please listen to me. I remember the accident. The driver smelled like alcohol. He laughed when he hit me. I told the police. They ignored me. They had already decided." Malik's voice cracked. "My father died in prison, ma'am. He never got to clear his name." The millionaire staggered back as if punched. He died?" Malik nodded. "Last year." The man's breath broke. His knees buckled for a moment. I didn't know. God, I didn't know." The old woman slapped her son weakly on the arm. "Now you know, and you will not walk away from this." Rain hammered the street around them, but the world felt painfully still. The millionaire swallowed. "Malik, tell me what you want from me." Malik shook his head. "I don't want your money. I don't want revenge. I want my father's name cleared. I want the truth on record. I want people to know he wasn't some monster." The millionaire nodded slowly, tears forming. "I can do that. I will do that. I should have done it years ago. I should have told the truth. I was scared, and I let fear ruin lives." The old woman grabbed Malik's hand. "You saved me today. Let us try to save your father's memory." Malik didn't know why, but his throat tightened. Maybe it was the sincerity in her eyes. Maybe it was the pain in the son's voice. Maybe it was the fact that, for once, someone wasn't treating him like the son of a criminal, but as a person who mattered. The millionaire stepped closer, rain dripping from his suit. "I'll reopen the case," he said. "I'll testify again, the real truth this time, and I'll expose the man who forced me back then. I swear it." Malik stared hard at him. "Don't swear, just do it." "I will," the man said, voice steadying. "Not because you demand it, because I owe it. To you, to your father, to my mother." The old woman squeezed Malik's arm. "You carried me with no hesitation. Now, let us carry some of your burden." For the first time in years, Malik felt something he hadn't allowed himself to feel, the possibility that the past didn't have to stay broken. The old woman smiled softly, despite her pain. "You're a good boy, Malik Turner, better than most men I've met in my lifetime." The millionaire extended a trembling hand. "Let me make this right, please." Malik looked at the hand, then at the rain, then at the woman he'd saved. After a long, heavy moment, he finally reached out, not in forgiveness, not yet, but in strength, a beginning, and the truth, long buried under lies and silence, finally had a chance to rise. If this story broke your heart and opened your eyes, don't leave yet. Hit like to support the message, comment your thoughts, and subscribe so you never miss another powerful story.